6:29 right back here on this Monday in the heart of the River Bend on this 27th day of February. And, something I have gotten a lot of, just seen on Facebook and kind of just followed along with is Bubble Kitties Cat Grooming. I love this because I was just talking to my Uncle Jenny about, he brings, the cat to go get, groomed. And it's very traumatizing because there's not this, place where, just for cats where they can go and not be harassed by the dogs or other animals. And this is really awesome. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, it's stressful enough already sticking the cats in a kennel and taking them in the car and then driving them to where they need to go. Yeah. Just to be put in a place with a bunch of barking dogs and other cats and stuff,
Right.
So the cat's already mad when it gets there.
Right. And so you've had experience prior to being to opening the storefront. You were a dog groomer, correct?
Yes.
Now, how does that go? I mean, now you're speaking from personal experience with this because you've seen how the dogs are acting in there. Was that a reason to start this?
That was one of the reasons, yeah. And then the fact that most dog groomers aren't really that knowledgeable about cats.
That's a big thing.
Like, I've been told that, there's dog groomers that groom cats, but I'm the cat groomer that grooms the occasional dog.
Oh, okay. Well, it makes sense because it seems like, there's never really, and I hate to say this to sound like I'm just, all the world's ending, but there's so many times that I don't even realize that someone had a cat, the groomer, and they were just trying to, peacefully get their kitten all groomed up or their kitty all groomed up. And, then all of a sudden, all these dogs are stressing it out. And it just, you can tell when it leaves, it did not have a good experience. And now with you opening this, you're providing that for everybody. How awesome.
Yeah, it's been a really good experience. Like, I'm also still learning. I'm not professional at grooming cats, but I'm learning, and I'm also taking classes through the National Cat Groomers Institution.
Oh, cool.
So that's been really fun, learning a lot. So learning different styles and stuff. And a lot of my clients are aware that I'm not perfect, and they understand.
Well, and too, because I've seen the post that you made, and it made sense because, it's a place for them to bring their kittens in, and you're still learning too, and I love it. So how long is that that course of learning the cat grooming, ins and outs? How long does that normally take?
It's like at your own pace.
Okay.
So I've enrolled in like the 5-year plan because I'm extremely busy.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, and that makes sense. So is that kind of the end goal in the next 5 years, whenever you get that done, seeing where, where the business goes after that?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some scholarship funds in so I can train other people who like cats so they can open up their own facility elsewhere, kind of make cat grooming a little more common, just like dog grooming.
Well, and that's the thing, because there's not very many opportunities, or places to take your kitten just for, grooming cats, because you got to fight through the mess of the dogs or whatever animals in there, and it's just not for them. How many are you the only one around here right now that specializes in just cats?
That specializes in cats? I believe so.
That's what I thought.
I know there's some dog groomers out there that do cats. But a lot of them get charged behavior fees because the cat's a cat. And it's like, it's being a cat.
Right.
So it's like...
Right.
Then I've had people tell me that the vet clinics, they'll groom them too, but they also sedate them.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they want to do blood tests before they sedate them to make sure they're okay to be sedated. So getting your cat groomed at a vet's going to be like $500-$600.
It's like a surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thank you. I think what you're doing is fantastic. So when did you get the idea? When was this idea developing in your mind?
Well, it started out as a side business because I also operate Zoe's Place, which is an animal shelter.
Okay.
And founder and owner of that too. We try our best to keep the pets at home with their families by helping provide food, products that they need, vaccinations, spay and neuterings, and training and things like that. And I started doing cat grooming out of my kitchen because I didn't have a big enough area for dogs.
Right.
So the money was used to pay for the vaccinations and the spay and neuters of the rescue cats.
That's fantastic. That is so cool. It like fits right in your little your wheelhouse with this.
It does.
So I like how it develops. Now, you're starting off in a kitchen, and now all of a sudden you have your own storefront. Where are we located, brick and mortar wise?
We are in Roxana, right across from the library.
Awesome. And then, well, there you go. And now, what are your hours of operation? So if I wanted to take my kitten in or my cat in, do I call you first to schedule, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's that process look like?
We are closed on Sundays and Mondays
Okay.
because I needed a weekday to do doctor's appointments and things like that. So
Yeah.
But and then I come to realize, after trial and error, that a lot of people are working through the week. So I left my Saturdays open for that. And then I do work around with people. Like if they can only get to me on Sunday, I will go in on Sunday and do a couple. I did 2 dogs yesterday, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, so I mean, I'll work with people. I have no problem with that. Like some people don't get off work till 5, so they can't get to me until like 5:30.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But I think it's great that you're accommodating, and it's kind of this, you're really making this work for your customers because they're on a schedule too, and you are, and it makes it work. So I got to ask you, when was your official opening day in Roxana?
December 1st. Wow. We were actually in Woods River for a little while, but it didn't work out, so we moved to Roxana.
Hey, sometimes location changes the breath of fresh air. How has it been since the December the start over there?
It's been great.
Has it really? That's fantastic.
It's been great.
And what are all the services that we can get inside Bubble Kit? Is there different amenities in the storefront, or is it just kind of the tub, the washer, and the drying system? How's that? Because I'm kind of new to this still, so I'm learning with everyone else at home. How's that work?
I think as we process along and I learn more, I'll be adding more services. But I do nail clipping. Some come in just for nail clipping. Some will come in just to get mats shaved out. I actually did one that just had a square shaved out of her back. Oh. That's what the owner wanted. So, And then I offer baths and shaving and blowouts. And we have a $75 package, which includes the sanitary trim, the paw pads shaved out. You know how they get that hair under their paw pads and get kitty litter and stuff in there. We shave that out. We'll trim up their feet. We bathe them, dry them, blow out their fur. They get all that undercoat and stuff out. And
that's awesome. That's the works as far as I'm concerned. Well, and another thing, Jenny, that I think is really fascinating is not a lot of people really talk about cat grooming at all. Like, it's really baffling to me because you hear all the time about the best dog shampoo on the market or the best, places to take them or what to do with grooming dogs, but I very rarely see anything about grooming cats in the right process.
I actually started out using Johnson's baby shampoo when I started grooming cats because I couldn't find a cat-specific shampoo. Because dog shampoo has got different ingredients and stuff in it and could harm the cat if you're not careful.
Yeah, and so what product do you use? That's fascinating.
I found one. It's called Tropiclean, and they make a shampoo that's specific to cats. I'm sure there's more out there. I just haven't discovered them yet.
Well, and that's the thing is it's really cool because, it's something that whenever it came out, I thought, well, that's neat. And then gave it a couple of seconds and I always think on it. And I went, actually, that's really cool because there's not a lot of information out there for this stuff. And is it one of those things that you're going to do you think that we're going to see more and more information about cat grooming kind of develop here in the next couple of years? Is it coming or is it just, kind of...
I should hope so.
Okay.
But one of my main goals is to educate the owners.
Yeah.
Because I get a lot of matted cats and matting is painful. It's very painful to the cat.
Well, and now take us through that. Do you cut it out? Do you have to brush through it? What's the process?
It depends on how bad the mats are. If it's just a few here and there, you can usually brush them out, but it's also painful. So a severely matted cat, you're just going to have to shave it. Because even shaving them out is still painful. It's like running around with somebody pulling your hair constantly.
Oh. I wouldn't even, and that's a great point. I didn't even think about that. With that, I mean, how many other things do you see that you're kind of like, guys, come on now here. You don't want to yell at them because they're using your business, but you also want to go, what are you doing?
Yeah, I've seen people using dematting tools as a daily brush to brush their cat.
Oh.
And a dematting tool is like basically razor blades. Yeah. Oh. And I was like, why would you do that? And they're like, well, our dog groomer recommended it. And I was like, okay.
Well, that's really important, though. And that's why we need to talk to you because there's not very many people giving us this information. And I'm sure not a lot of it is intentional where they're trying to cause, harm to their kitten or anything. They
just don't know any better. They just need to be educated and learn. And I provided them with a proper brush and showed them how to use it and everything. So that's what's perfect about your service. I mean, seriously, I can't, say highly enough
just how great that is, because it's not just the service, it's the education.
Yes.
Because you don't want to get the same cat in there every other week with the same matted mess or, the same problems.
Yep.
Let's try to combat that a little bit. Curb the matting, I love it.
Yeah. It's also healthy-wise, too, because they get all that. And some cats I have seen come in with matting, they told me they gave their cat flea medicine and everything, but and then didn't have fleas. But when I started shaving the mats, all the fleas come running out of the mats. Because they're nesting inside the mats, so the flea medication's not actually working.
Yeah, and it's something that makes total sense if you say it out loud. And it's just sometimes you need someone like Jenny to kind of point you in the right direction here. So out of all of this, everything's going great in Roxana right now. Life's good. What's the best way to reach out to you to stay up to date on all things Bubble Kitties here? Is it, the Facebook? Is it a messenger tool? What's the best way?
Probably my Facebook page is probably the best way to follow along and get a hold of me. A lot of times I get super into it and I totally forget to take before and after pictures.
Yep, same here. It's not before and after, it's just pictures of guests that I have on and talking. I'm terrible when it comes to that.
Yeah, because I'm as soon as they come to me, I want to get them in and out and finished and back home as soon as possible. So,
yeah.
It doesn't even... My kids, they work with me sometimes, and my 14-year-old will be like, Mom, don't forget to take pictures. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, that's cool, too. And real quick, while I have you, we got about 2 minutes left. Can you give us a little brief overview of the services you provide, just real quick? Because coming from me, it's hard to kind of pick up all the information because I'm here and I'm up and down.
Yeah.
We'll take it straight from you, Senator. The floor is yours.
I provide bathing, blow drying. Some need anal glands done. It's not my favorite thing to do, but
It's true.
We do line cuts. We do nail clippings, ear cleaning. We don't do brushing the teeth. I don't see a point in having your cat's teeth brushed once a month. Mm-hmm. But that's just my opinion.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, there's a bunch of great Don't just make me keep talking because you think I want you. I mean, that's a ton of great stuff that we can utilize. And Jenny, I'm excited about it. And I think it's really great that you've given us this avenue. If we are cat owners, if we have that, we have a safe space to take the animal because, like you said, the stress of just getting them into the carrier or her into the carrier and getting them in.
Yeah, and I have people schedule appointments. I usually do 2 hours apart for each appointment, so cats aren't dropped off at 8 o'clock in the morning and sitting there all day waiting for me to get to them. So that's why I do it by appointment, and then that's the only cat that's in my facility at a time.
Gotcha.
So my focus is 100% on that one cat, and I don't have to worry about the other cats fighting or getting into stuff or, anything like that. So
doing cat stuff.
Yeah, doing cat stuff.
Thank you so much for stopping in. I wish you nothing but the best. And anytime you have any new news or any updates, feel free to stop back in and let us know.
All right.
10:43 on this 27th day of February, a Monday in the heart of the river. Bend a quick break. We come back and wrap up this bad boy. And, after a quick break.